Madison with the Weekend Hunter, and I figured I would just take a few minutes here and show you guys what I'm using, what's in the bag this year. And so stay tuned, we'll get right into it. So first thing I figured I'd talk about is how do I climb up the tree, right? Super important topic, a lot of safety concerns with it. And so there's really two ways that I'm doing it right now. Number one, I'm usually carrying bee sticks, just your standard Dan & Fault bee sticks. And actually Sean's got my bee sticks right now. He used them yesterday, but those are usually what I use just because of the safety aspect of them. They're really simple, very light as well, just really easy and simple to use. But they are a little bulky, so I use those most of the time if I'm not having to walk very far into a spot. But if I am walking, you know, half mile in, what I actually like to use are these Cranford strap-on steps. I've kind of modified it, so again, do this at your own risk. This is not the way they come from the factory, but I actually just have the rope that it comes with, and I just have it kind of girth hitched on to this side right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And then what I do is I just wrap it around the tree and do a timber hitch, basically where you wrap it around the tree and then you fold it under itself a few times. And for me, that works very well. I've never had it slip on me, never had any problems. And again, just to clarify, I'm always, I have my lineman's rope around me, so I'm always attached to the tree when I'm climbing with any sort of method. But those are the two ways that I actually get into the tree, and those two things have worked very well for me so far. And so that's how I get into the tree. And then I got my bag here. You could probably buy a way better hunting bag, but this is what I got, and this is what I use, and so I've kind of modified it to fit me. So this has got all my ropes. Here's my lineman rope. I've got a Ropeman 1 on that and 2 carabiners, and that's kind of what I use as my lineman rope. Put that over there, and then this is kind of a little bit different. I don't know if any of you have watched the hunting channel called Nutterbuster. I think he changed it not too long ago to his actual name, but this is where I got the idea for that. This is just tubular webbing. It works well for me. This is actually what I use as my tether. And so, as you guys can probably tell, this right here is my tether. Right here. And this works perfectly. I've been using this for 2 seasons now, and the webbing is barely frayed at all. It's just, I did a little sewing job on that, put a couple strong knots in there to hold me, but yeah, so that's what I use, and that has worked super well for me. So the other thing I've got in this pouch is this is also tethered product. I've got a lot of tethered stuff, and I'm sure that y'all do as well. If I can get this one done. All right, here we go. Okay, super tangled. There we go. All right, so this is a tethered product as well. It's just got some molly loops in it. Again, I'm sorry guys, I don't know exactly what this is called, but you can find it on Tethered's website. And then I've got a little, this is actually what I hang my bow on. So I'll just strap this around the tree, and then this will be hanging off the side, and I'll hang my bow on that. And then I can hang, I've actually got a little hanger here that I actually hang my backpack on it once I'm up in the tree. And so I hang my backpack on it, and I hang my bow on it, and really anything else. It's got all these straps that you can use. This thing is super helpful in the tree. So yeah, these things are pretty sweet, but this works super well, very well made from Tethered. So that's what I use to hold any of my gear on it. This is a really neat piece of gear that I use. This is a Doyle's hunting hoist. And so what I'll do is when I get down to the bottom of the tree, I'll just reach back behind me I'll grab this, I'll hook it to my bow, and then I just climb up the tree. And I don't even worry about it. And I just have that clipped onto the side here. And then once I get up there, I just pull my bow right up. And I know I'm kind of jumping all over the place, but these are the binoculars that I use when I use them. These are Vortex Raptors, 8.5 by 32. A really small binocular, and I'm not a huge binocular guy. I probably need to use them more than I do, but these things super lightweight, and I have a little strap that I just put them right here. I'll just have them in my backpack, and I'll get them out. So that's the binoculars that I'm using. Let's get into this pocket real quick. All right, so I've got a little grunt call. Again, I don't, not super confident with calling deer or anything like that, not very experienced in it. So I don't usually use this, but I have it in there just in case I get the urge to grunt. So it's just a Buckmaster hyper grunt call. So see, you know, obviously I don't know how to use this thing, but there you go. Little hunting call. And let's see, some cough drop wrappers. Gotta love that. Okay, so this is another thing I actually use to climb. Again, only when I'm on private land would I use this. But this is just a little screw-in step. And the way that I've used this is, you know, anytime I'm going hunting with somebody, you know, I used this with Sean when we filmed, is we just used the 3 B sticks to get us up to about 15 feet probably. And then I'll just screw these in, just 2 of them in, and it gets me up another probably 4 feet to where whenever Sean and I went, I was up above Sean with the camera, and then he was down below me. And these things are super lightweight and just really easy to screw into the tree. And I mean, with 4 of these, you could probably get up 10 more feet. So if you got 15 feet with your sticks, put a couple of these in your pocket. Again, only when you're on private land. You can't screw in on public land, but you get up another 10 feet, 25 feet with these things. And so these are super cool. And I've just got these, some grip tape, kind of like stealth strips, but not the exact same. And it just keeps it quiet, so there's no banging around when I'm getting them out. So that's what I use there. Let's see what's in this. Nothing in the top pocket. Perfect. Usually what I carry in there is just like a little headlamp or something like that. All right. Moving on. Here's my platform. I love this thing. And this is just the original tethered platform. And this thing is super stable, sucks right into the tree. Never felt like I was gonna fall out at any point with this. You can side load it. I absolutely love this thing. And so this is what I use for my platform, and I just have it stuffed in the top of my backpack right here. And I'll kind of give you guys a brief showing of what I do there. So when I'm climbing and I get to where I'm going, wherever I want to set up my platform, I literally just reach back, and I just reach back and grab it out of my backpack, and then put it in. Then when I'm going back down the tree, I just slide it right back in there. So really convenient and quick and easy. And again, I love this platform. This platform's sick. All right, let's see what else in this bag. Oh, here's a little headlamp. So usually I keep that in the top pocket, but just I actually think this is Sean's headlamp. And you get that back to him. All right, and here's another piece of gear that I absolutely love. This is my saddle. So Sean's, I've had, this is the second saddle that I've bought, and that I bought. I bought the original tethered Mana saddle, and I liked it, but it just kind of rode up on me, and made setting in a stand kind of uncomfortable for me personally. So this is actually the John Eberhart signature saddle. It's a 2-panel saddle, And so you've got the top panel here, and then the inside panel and then the outside panel right there. And this thing is literally so comfortable. It's just, to me, it's night and day difference. I can adjust it wherever I need to get the thing dialed in. I absolutely love it. This will be my saddle. I don't see me using anything else. And I've used a single panel before, like I said, the Madison. This thing is just unbelievable. With it, it comes with a belt that you can strap to. And John Eberhard, if you want to know how to use this thing, go to his channel, and he gives in-depth analysis on all of it. This thing's sweet. I cannot recommend it enough. If you're a saddle guy, this John Eberhard 2-panel saddle is the bomb diggity. I mean, I absolutely love it. But that's what I use, guys. That's what I use. Let me see if there's anything else in this backpack. I carry a little saw. Again, I'll cut limbs if I'm on private land. Obviously not going to do that if I'm on public. But this little saw will rip through a limb. I mean, it casts me out. And it's little, it's lightweight. I don't even know it's in my bag. Okay. Let's see. Again, here's some shears. Again, guys, I'll just re-emphasize this. I'm not cutting on public land. I'm cutting on private land when I hunt it. But I always have these in here. These are a little bit heavy. I'd like maybe something a little bit lighter, but they work really well to cut limbs. And a lot quieter than trying to break the limb off. And then this is my kill kit. I've just got just some gloves, keep my hands clean while I'm gutting a deer. I've got this little saw, this Outdoor Edge flip and zip. Outdoor Edge flip and zip. This thing, I used it on the doe that I killed last year, and it was awesome. I mean, it just flip and zipped right through her pelvis. And yeah, this thing is sweet. I recommend it. It kind of feels a little janky a little bit, but man, it works well. I've only used it on one deer, but it was the cat's meow. So, love it. And then I usually have my Outdoor Edge knife around. It comes with a replaceable blade, so I've just got a bunch of replaceable blades in there. Makes gutting and cleaning a deer so much easier, because your knife will get dull if you hit it on something, and then you can just switch out that blade, and again, you're right back to razor sharp cutting through those animals. So, and then I got a water in here, and so that's about it, guys. That's what I use as far as my gear is concerned. I want to show you guys my bow real quick. Okay. All right. So this is my bow, guys. And so I'll kind of go through this with you. Again, guys, this is a Matthews Tactic. This bow is sweet, pretty short axle to axle. Like I said, I'm a smaller guy, so this bow really fits me perfectly. It's just great for hunting. I like to hunt. I like to be in the bush. Like, I like to be very secluded. I hate hunting in open spots. And so this bow works perfect for me. You know, getting in and out of thickets and thick trees and bushes and stuff like that. This bow works great. So I'll go over the sight real quick. This is a Tactic Micro. This is a CBE sight, but it's a micro adjust sight. And right now I've got it set in 5-yard increments starting at 20. And so this sight's really sweet. This rest is pretty sweet too. It's a limb-driven rest. It's a Hamskea primer, and sick rest. Absolutely love it, and it has been working well when I've been practicing so far. Got me some new bowstrings as well, and which we'll get those. These are gas bowstrings, so shout out to gas bowstrings. These things look sweet, and fired up, man. Ready to shoot something with this bow. But again, shout out to Daryl for set me up with that bow. And arrows I'm using this year, guys, is the Easton Axis knock-on match grade arrows. And again, I'm not a bow professional by any means, but these arrows are seem to be great. I've got the AAE Max vanes on them, and I actually killed my doe with one of these arrows last year, and I'm using it again because it's perfectly fine. Trophy Ridge, whatever this thing is, arrow quiver. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. It's a cheap quiver, but it works fine. It's got a little thing here that I can hang it wherever I want it. That's the arrows. Now, this is a cheap knockoff thumb release, and it's lime green. I've got some duct tape and some of that padding on there, just because when it gets cold outside, this thing is like ice. But I've been using this thing for a couple years, and I absolutely love it. I used to use a wrist release, but since I went to the thumb buttons, I'm not going back, because these things are legit and sweet, and I love them. So there's my release, and I've got a backup one. Sick little release. I eventually want to get a Carter or something nicer like that, but that does the job perfectly well. Let's talk about broadheads. Last year, I was actually using a fixed blade broadhead, and I'm excited this year to try out the Grim Reaper. I believe these are the mini mags, the 4-blade. I mean, look at that, people. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This thing looks deadly. But these are 100 grain mini mags, and I'm actually really excited. I consider myself more of a fixed blade type individual, but I'm gonna try them out this year and see what happens. But guys, that's really it. That's what I use. Again, stay tuned for more videos. Hopefully we can get some really neat footage on camera this year. But again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys later. Peace.